Let me talk to you. What's going on, people? We are playing some MK9 today. Just trying to get all the endings in this game. It's been forever since I've said I wanted to do so, and I figured that I should do maybe one a day, and then by that time I should be able to finish it. And it looks like we got support in the chat. What's going on, support? How's your day going today? How's your Monday? Oh, you know what? I think do we don't have Cyrax, and I don't think we have Sector either. So I think we're going to do both of those. Where are you, Sector? There we go. Sector. Nope. So we're going to do Sector and Cyrax today. I think that's a good way to go. All right, ladder. Sports says good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Oh, no way. We're going beginner. Shao Kahn is no joke in this game. Oh man, Freddy too. Support. I'm curious. Are you still taking a break on content creation? YouTube just actually came out with a bunch of new features, or at least they announced a bunch of new features that are supposed to really help creators, especially stuff using AI. Oh, no, okay. No? Where is it? Okay, clearly I don't know his moves. Let me just go to... So, flame... Oh, the teleport is quarter circle in this game. Okay. Straight missile. Okay, I see. Oh, no. Really? There we go, alright. Okay. Oh, I'm thinking I'm playing Trilogy where I have the air grab. Quarter circle is so weird for that. Can I? Yes, I can. Support says, it's funny how in modern MK games today, I notice a lot of fans complain about different a character looks in face or appearance, but it always been inconsistent since the Midway era. Oh, 100%. The characters never looked consistent. Sub-Zero, Kuai Liang, and Jax is the perfect examples. Oh yeah, I mean you can tell that they were like when John Turk, and don't get me wrong, I John Turk is cool, I like him, but John Turk as Sub-Zero is ridiculous. Like he looks nothing like a Chinese ninja. But yeah, Mortal Kombat could never really, and I think it's mainly because they're so, well, it doesn't really defend their 3D era games. But for the most part, Mortal Kombat or NetherRealm or Midway, they've always used a person to kind of play the character. Oh, there we go. And for whatever reason, they always use a different person. Like they'll hire a different actor, and I have no idea why. So when they do the mocap, of course the character looks like the actor. But again, because they almost never use the same person. MK2 Kuai Liang went from Asian to... Yeah, exactly, because they had an Asian guy play him in MK2. I don't know who did it in MK1, but like the first Mortal Kombat, classic Mortal Kombat. But in in the 3 series, Mortal Kombat 3, UMK3 and Trilogy, they had a guy named John Turk do it, who was a legit martial artist, but I mean, he's a white guy. He doesn't look he doesn't look like a and I actually think he plays all the ninja in that game. But yeah, it's never been consistent. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they think like if we bring them back, they have to come in as with a raise. Like I don't know if it's a budget thing. Huh, that was weird. Okay. Even in MK1, the faces are inconsistent. I don't understand it at this point. MK11 and MK1 use a similar engine and graphics. They could have kept Liu Kang's face the same, but they used different people to do the mocap. Just like in MK11, they used they used Ronda Rousey for Sonya. And that's why the mocap kind of looks like Ronda Rousey. So whoever they use for mocap, and it might be like a licensing thing, like you can't use their likeness if without paying the actor. And if they go with a different actor, then they just have them do the mocap and have it look different. So it's definitely a business decision, but I just don't know what that business decision is. Like, I don't know if it's a money-saving thing. I don't know if it's because they're no longer... Like, I don't understand why they don't just keep using the same actors. But for whatever reason, they don't. They just change it up every time. Like, especially Cassie. Cassie looks so different from X to 11. When they could have just hired the girl from X to play Cassie again. But who knows? Who knows why they do what they do? But it would be really nice if they were able to keep... I remember I went to a convention once and I spoke to... a guy who played the guy who played Raiden, I think in MK9 and MKX, and for some reason I was certain that he also played Raiden in MK11, and my buddy who was with me was like, no, that's not him in MK11, it's like a different actor. So I was like, okay, go ask him, and he was like, no, I'm not gonna go ask. And I was like, okay, I have no problem asking. So I went up and asked. And I said, hey, I have a bet going with my buddy of mine. I just wanted to know, is that you in MK11? And he said, no, that it's not. They decided to go a different route, and they didn't renew my contract. And according to him, they didn't really give a reason as to why. So I don't know. They had him for 9 and they had him for X. And you think that, hey, we've established, like, this is kind of what Raiden looks like and Raiden sounds like. Let's keep that. But, nope. So it's very strange as to why. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, it's definitely a business decision. Ah. Oh, no, the block. Oh, why did I just walk into that? Support says MK2 and MK3. Oh, in MK2 and MK3, Kitana, white. MK Gold, Kitana, Latina. Would you say that? MK3D era, Arabic? I don't know about that. MK9, Cuban? What? MK11 Asian. I don't know where you're getting those those nationalities from. I mean, did you look up the actresses, and are those where the actress, like, each actress comes from? Because this is provable. You don't have to guess when it comes to this. But yeah, they definitely had her look more Asian reminiscent in MK11, and I actually really like the MK11 design. I like how she looks in that game. I thought she looked not that the design is bad, but I just thought it was weird how she looked in like the 3D era games, like in Deadly Alliance and Armageddon. But you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I think maybe they were trying to. Oh my gosh! Wait a second. Am I okay? I think maybe, perhaps they were trying to like. What's the word I'm looking for? They wanted to make her look more like the movie version of Kitana when Deadly Alliance came out. That's the only thing I could think of. But yeah, I mean, the consistency when it comes to that, Mortal Kombat's never had that. But to be fair, I mean, what game has? What fighting game has? I think maybe Tekken. I mean, you can't Street Fighter. The characters kind of always look a little different depending on the technology, but they don't use mocap people, so they can kind of make their characters look like more cartoony, and that can kind of help the consistency. Ooh. Oh, I fell right into it. Oh yeah, yeah. Mm. Jeez, what a torture trap this is. Like in the Deadpool in the second game just felt like this is a death trap for the fighters, but look at Homeboy on this hook. Jeez Louise, man. Ugh. Craziness. Okay, here's your Cuban girl. I don't know. Does she look Cuban?
I will show no mercy.
You will learn respect.
Round one, fight.
I don't know. Is that if we got someone from Florida, we can kind of determine if that's the case or not. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I almost had that. Oh, that's stubby. Oh, wow, okay. Gosh, come on. Oh, wow, caught me. Hold on. Support says, let me see here. Support says Kitana was done dirty in the 3D era. First, she got forced into war by Noob Saibot, almost killing Goro. Set up by Shao. Oh yeah, that was terrible. Losing Liu Kang, killed and brought back by Onaga, and then she died in Goro Deception ending. Well, non-canon. Man, that non-canon ending with Goro was so sad because they just completely walked back and backpedaled from the friendship that she kind of forged with Goro in Mortal Kombat 4. Like, they finally kind of put their differences aside and they're all going to work together. And then Shao just comes back and he's like, all right, to show loyalty, let me murder my friend, which is terrible. But yeah, she was going through it. And I think her ending is like someone foresaw another conflict and she like falls to the ground and basically sobbing, saying, when will this end? Like, when will there not be any more fighting? Like, her character's she just wants to chill at last, but conflict. Chronica just keeps her in constant conflict. But yeah, poor thing. Man, I never really dug this Christopher Walken looking Smoke. Like, the hair is just too weird for me.
Where there is smoke, there is fire.
Shao Kahn was like, world peace? Oh no, we can't have that. Oh, definitely not. Shao is not having that become a reality. Ooh, okay. Ugh. Okay, too soon, sir. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Man. So I was thinking about this today because every morning I try to go for like a mile walk. Oh, before I have to go to work. So on my walk, I'm here thinking, and because I'm watching a YouTube video about the scariest god ever depicted in film, and I was like, man, what an interesting topic. And I was thinking about the gods in Mortal Kombat and how, like, there isn't really a benevolent god in Mortal Kombat. There's definitely like what some might consider demons, like the Oni and stuff, and Shinnok. But as far as a god that cares about you and if you do well will bring you to heaven, Mortal Kombat doesn't really have that. Instead, they have the Elder Gods, where the Elder Gods, the only thing they're concerned about is maintaining the rules of Mortal Kombat. Like, they don't care about punishing the guilty. They don't care about protecting the innocent. They don't care about rewarding the virtuous. The only thing they care about is, did you cheat in Mortal Kombat? Which is kind of a sad thought. Because I was thinking, why hasn't anyone, like, why don't they ever really dive deep into the characters and have them ask, like, so Raiden, why did the Elder Gods make us? Like, what's the deal with it? Like, what do they want from us? And I guess it's because they don't really want anything. They just kind of they created the realms by splitting the one being, because, you know, that was the only way to really defeat him, it seems. And life just sprung from the realms, like almost accidental. Like, they never really state if they purposely created life or if that was just a consequence, like an unknown consequence from creating the realms. But either way, in Mortal Kombat 9, when Shao Kahn invaded Earthrealm, the Elder Gods did not care. The only thing they cared about is if Mortal Kombat was, if the rules were cheated or not. Which is a really scary idea for gods. The Elder Gods in Mortal Kombat universe is like the SHIELD board members from the MCU. What? Nick Fury is like Raiden trying to protect Earth, and the SHIELD directors are like, we don't care. We like pretty much. It's just like they're just very. The Elder Gods in Mortal Kombat are very like bureaucratic. Like they only go by the letter of the law, and there is no promise of peace or serenity after death if you lived a virtuous life. Like there's no promise of heaven even. It's just like, well, even though there is heaven, right? Because we know that the soul NATO goes to the heavens, quote unquote. But we like, what does that mean when you go to heaven as a virtuous person? We know that if you're not a virtuous person, you can go to the nether realm and essentially suffer, like you just live in pain. But what happens when you live a good life? Yeah, very odd. I'm surprised someone like Johnny Cage hasn't asked that. Oh, get off me. I got fire too, you punk. Oh my gosh, this is further. Support says the same elder gods backstab Scorpion and making his clan into zombie specters like him after he fought as their champion. Yeah, and they're very like jinns. Like, okay, technically they did what they said they were gonna do, right? But what they said that like, it wasn't what they made it out to seem. It's kind of like a monkey's paw wish. Like, you thought you were getting one thing, and even though they technically did that thing, it's not what you envisioned. So yeah, the elder gods are pricks. Ooh. Wow. How... Jeez. Oh, terrible. Oh, I can't block that. Get off me. But yeah, they did Scorpion dirty in Deception. Was it Deception? No, it was his Armageddon ending, right? Was his MK9 ending? I know in Deception, his ending is you see him beating the Dragon King. So is it his... No, his Armageddon ending, I think, is like all of them do get revived. All the Shiryu. Man, I forgot what ending it was. Maybe it's the MK9 ending? Oh. Chill with that, sir. Ooh. 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 Okay, Shao. Oh, yeah. Oh. Support says the Elder Gods are also arrogant too. In MK Onslaught, when Raiden and Shinnok tried to warn them that Shang and Quan Chi became gods, they ignored them until the Elder Gods got killed themselves. Oh shoot, the Elder Gods get killed? When does that game take place? Does it take place before or after 11? Because I know, like, isn't Shinnok the main villain in that game? Oh, yeah. Chill with that, sir. I gotta, like, maybe just watch the story mode of, I want to say Annihilation, but you know what I'm talking about. Chill. Ooh. Oh, the block. What a stubby uppercut. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Man, you know, I never really see anyone talk about wanting Scarlet back. And I wonder why. Scarlet's a pretty cool character. I kind of like her. Oh. Oh, what a mistake. Chill with that. Okay. Alright, we're getting ready to get this ending. Support says, yes, in Onslaught, he is the main villain. You know, it's bad when both Raiden and Shinnok agree on something. That they both try to warn the Elder Gods and they don't listen. Oh, so they team up for a moment in that game. Yeah, I gotta watch Onslaught. Alright. Maybe we do a stream when I watch it. Yeah, that sounds cool. Alright, let me get this.
You will die, mortal. You are nothing.
Sector had dedicated his life to the Lin Kuei. His victories had brought honor to his father, the Grand Master. He had proven himself worthy. It was time to replace his father. In a bold attack, Sector smashed through a company of Lin Kuei guards as he pushed toward the Grand Master's chamber. There he found his father waiting. The Grand Master warned him that wearing the Dragon Medallion brought much power, but at a cost. Sector ignored the warning and slew his father, whose soul burst from his body and flew into the medallion. Sector had finally seized control of the Lin Kuei.
Sector beat down his own dad. But yeah, Onslaught seems pretty dope, and the graphics look cool too. Like they look pretty much like MK11 graphics, if I remember correctly. And it's the mobile game, right? Is Onslaught? Yeah, I need to go through that game story. Okay. No. Oh, whoops. Oh, okay. I was trying to see if I could change the outfit, but I don't remember how to even go to different outfits. Back, player options. Okay, that sucks. Support says, I like to believe Sector ending in this game is both canon in Midway era and MK9 to MK11 timeline, seeing as his father is implied to be dead in both. Yeah, and I think it makes sense. It's good character development for him, seeing as he doesn't really have any character development other than that, other than wanting power and like being a prick almost. Oh, where is his stupid kick? Ah. Let me see if I can. There we go. I can do a scrub combo with that. But yeah, him him killing his dad and taking. Now, what's cool is they mentioned the dragon medallion again, which we haven't really seen since oh, there it is. Since Deadly Alliance. I know he has that stupid crest. There we go. How'd I do that? Oh, okay, I see. Ah. Why? Now he does it. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, but yeah, what's cool is they mentioned the dragon medallion, but we don't see it like overwhelm him the way it did Frost, and it looks different in this game. Instead of being that silver color, it's more of a like gold color. So maybe it's just because of the timeline changing, but in my headcanon, I like to believe it's the same dragon medallion that that Sub-Zero wore in the 3D games. Where's my... Okay, so... Oh, no. Okay. So this and then... Oh, does that combo? Jeez Louise, it's so stubby. Oh, man. Jeez. Come on! Oh my gosh, it's so slow. Screw it, it's not even worth it. Alright. Oh, I forgot about that. Look at the range on this thing. Ooh. But even though a lot of people don't like it, I feel like the MK1 Cyrax, Sector and Cyrax actually have more character development than they previously do. So I kind of like what they did, especially with Sector. I think Sector has, with her mom being Madame Bo, and then kind of being in a relationship with Sub-Zero, I think is an interesting plot point for the character. And I really like to see where they go with it next. I kind of hope that they really make her like a dope villain. When it comes to villain women, I feel like it's basically just Sindel or Melina that they rely on. So having another female villain, I think, would be cool. Ooh, caught him with a two-piece. Most of what MK9 showed us is what's supposed to happen in Midway timeline, except Raiden messing with certain events. Well, I mean, the moment one thing got changed, I feel like a bunch of things got changed. You know, the very fact that Raiden has knowledge from the future, just that alone changes a bunch of stuff. Then again, some events in MK9 happen without Raiden interference, like Jax being tortured in Shang Tsung Island during MK1 story, but Jax doesn't get involved in Midway era until MK2. Yes. Even though I'm pretty sure that they just wanted to fit some characters in just because, you know, they can. So Nightwolf being a part of the 10th tournament isn't really it's never been a thing. But because they had the extra characters now, like they could just do it. So I'm guessing that's why they wanted to include Jax and characters like that. But from a, I guess from a lore perspective, one can just say, like you said, it's from a different timeline. But it's just like, you know, it's just like the butterfly effect. Just when one thing changes, it causes ripples that change multiple things, even if it's not due to a direct change. So I think just due to the fact that Raiden got memories from the future, the fact that he has this knowledge caused certain things to change, even if it wasn't directly at his hand. Ooh. That two-piece. Ooh. Oh. Oh, ghostly. Get off me. How? Ah. Mm-hmm. Ah. I'm struggling and it's on beginner. MK Deception Conquest retcons characters being an MK1 story, like Kenshi joining the tournament despite not being in the original MK story until Deadly Alliance. Kenshi was supposed to join the tournament to meet Shujinko and defeat Shang Tsung. Right, but he doesn't. I mean, I think it still works because I don't think Kenshi takes part in the tournament in Deception, right? He doesn't take part in the 10th Earthrealm tournament. Even though he's around, like, canonically, he's around, like, he's older, like, it's not like he wasn't born until Deception. So I still think it kind of works. And, I mean, due to the fact that we don't see the 10th tournament, makes it so that it kind of... they can just say, you know, he was or wasn't there with any character, essentially. Ugh. But yeah, I feel like Deception really towed those lines, because who else was there was another thing that I thought was a contradiction in Deception. Oh man, I can't remember. Oh man, I can't remember. Well, when I think when okay, so Shujinko's age is kind of a weird plot point, right? When when the 10th Mortal Kombat tournament was taking place, he was like he wasn't like the kid Shujinko anymore, and he wasn't that second the like he was in his third stage of age, I guess. Like right before the old man. And then after the 10th tournament, I guess shortly after that, he gets locked up in Order Realm. And then I guess all those years made him that old person. But why? If I feel like he aged so much more than like Liu Kang and Johnny Cage and stuff. Like he got super old, and they're still like they were both kind of. It feels like everyone was kind of in their 20s when the 10th Mortal Kombat tournament took place. But by the time Deception takes place, Shujinko's hella old, and everyone else really isn't. So unless like Order Realm is just time is different there, like maybe 20 years there, like 20 Earthrealm years is like I don't know, 40 of their years, then maybe that would make sense. Oh. Oh, okay, I forgot about that. All right. That plot hole is when Shujinko goes to the Nether Realm again and meets Scorpion in MK1 through MK4 story. Had already passed, and it's before Quan Chi escapes the Nether Realm. Oh, yes, yes. So I remember when he meets Scorpion there. So this is after, like, he meets Scorpion and Quan Chi after Mortal Kombat 4 happens. And then, yeah, and he's not the old man at that point, right? And then he goes to Order Realm. He gets he gets imprisoned there. But yeah, so he seems like 20s, 30s during the time of MK4. And then by the time Deception rolls around, the man is gray. He's old and gray. So there has to be, I know for one part he in Chaos Realm he goes through some liquid that prematurely ages him, but I think that's what aged him up to the point that he was when he met Scorpion in the Netherrealm. But after that, he got old and gray just by sitting in prison. So how? It has to be because Order Realm has a different time thing. I don't know, but that always kind of bothered me. Like, how did he get so much older and no one else got that old? Give him the bomb. Man, it took us a minute to get Shujinko back too, because we haven't really. Shujinko hasn't come back until MK1, right? Like, we went through all of the first NetherRealm trilogy. We saw him, the last time we saw him was Armageddon, right? We didn't get him in MK versus DC. We didn't get him in 9. We didn't get him in X. We didn't get him in 11. And then we finally get him in 1, and it's a cameo. Jeez Louise, man. And I remember every game, like after 9 had come out, every game my buddy and I would bet what characters would be, you know, other than the common ones like Scorpion, Sub-Zero, like what characters would be in the next game. And I was always like, this is gotta be it. Shujinko is coming back. And I lost most of those bets, clearly. Wow. Okay. Ah. Have a seat, ma'am. Shujinko journey as a kid was always meant to be years before Mortal Kombat 1 story, so that made sense. The plot hole issues come when he reaches the Chaos Realm water. Does it? I don't think that's where the plot hole really starts, does it? He reaches the water and then he ages up faster than everyone else, right? And then that's when he gets to like his that's when he gets to his second stage of age. And then I think he spends a couple of years with Nightwolf like trying to remove the stain of the Netherrealm from him. And then that's when he gets to like that third stage where he looks a little bit older. And then from there, then it's the Order Realm cell that brings him to the old man stage. Ugh. Either way, I mean, it's definitely a plot hole. The fact that he's so much older than any, unless they're trying to say that that water just continuously ages him faster, like forever now. I mean, that's something that they can write themselves out of that hole with. So that might be the case. Kintaro again. Man, I never noticed that Goro's looking at you too. He turns his head from left to right. That's interesting. I do appreciate that the throne basically looks the same as it does in the conquest, like the conquest mode, not conquest, but the MK11 crypt. Oh yeah. Well, it kind of looks the same anyway. Oh yeah. Jeez. Oh, there we go. Oh, so much armor. Hold that down. Hold down a saw. MKX secret. No, I'm actually probably gonna be calling it in a little bit. I just wanted to get a couple endings, and then I want to work on a video. I think what I'm gonna do for next video, because I think I have a video scheduled to come out today, actually, right now. But for next video, I think I'm gonna start reviewing Defenders of the Realm. I think I might want to do that. But one of these days, I do want to do like a couple of matches while I'm actually speaking to somebody via Discord. So if you want to do that one of these days, secret, I'm open to that. Feel his wrath, mortal. Alright, Shao. I think Shujinko aging fast in Chaos Realm happened once. Yes, it did happen once when he walked through the water. But what I'm saying is, the way that they could maybe explain why he ages so much faster while he's in Order Realm is because the water still took effect. Like the water's effect is just like still in him. I don't know. There it is. Okay. Ooh. Hold down this saw, Shao. Ugh. Oh! No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so I can launch him with that. Oh! I got saws for days. 8%. Oh gosh, this is terrible. Ooh. Oh, okay. Ooh, got him with the bomb. Oh, the armor. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Jeez Louise. Chill with that. Wow. Jeez, this hammer. The hammer bros. Oh, how lucky. Jeez. Uh-huh. Oh. Ooh. Wait, does this kill him? Okay, I might have to start recording. Support says, my bad. The plot hole is when, after Shinko meets Shang Tsung and Raiden, that happens during MK1 story. But when he goes back to Netherrealm, MK1 through 4 already happens. Yes. So he was told to stay in the Netherrealm by Onaga, but we don't know how long he was told to stay there for him to like absorb all of that. And then he goes to the Netherrealm. He meets Scorpion and Quan Chi after MK4 has taken place. And then MK4, or I guess Deception, yeah, after that, then he gets locked in the cell. But it's said that he's locked in there for years, for like 20 years in the Order Realm cell. So unless the time in Order Realm is just completely different than in Earth Realm, like maybe 20 years in Order Realm is only like 5 years in Earth Realm, something like that. Unless that's the case, then it doesn't make sense. My less intelligent counterpart. This is the one you like. Okay, I'm like, how dare you? How dare you, sir?
Though he had pledged his life to the Lin Kuei, Cyrax left the clan to help the Earthrealm heroes turn back Shao Kahn's invasion. For this act of desertion, he was marked for termination by the new Grand Master, Sector. Surrounded and severely outnumbered, Cyrax prepared to meet his fate when Raiden came to his aid. With him were 100 Shaolin monks. The Lin Kuei were defeated, though Sector was not counted among the dead. Cyrax was offered sanctuary at the Wuxi Academy, where he has begun a new life as an honorable warrior for peace.
It's like they wanted to give him a nice ending, since he's always had, well, not always, but a lot of his endings are terrible. Like, terrible for him, I mean. Support says, after he leaves Netherrealm, he meets up again with Raiden, and Raiden tells him Liu Kang is dead and that Quan Chi escaped the Netherrealm and teamed up with Shang Tsung. Oh, does he? He says that after he leaves the Netherrealm. Okay, so he leaves the Netherrealm and Deadly Alliance is already taking place. Shujinko tells Raiden he has seen Quan Chi seconds ago. Oh, that's right. I remember that. Where he was like, it's right when he leaves, and he was like, yeah, I just saw him a moment ago. So, it's gotta be that time works differently in other realms. Like, Netherrealm time is differently, and Order Realm time is different. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because if not, how the hell? How'd he get so old so quickly? So yeah, that's one of my biggest kind of pet peeves with Mortal Kombat Deception. I mean, other than that, I think for me, you guys know my biggest pet peeve is the one being and how they handle the one being. But other than that is the plot holes with Shujinko's age. That always kind of bothered me. But I think it's easily explained by just saying realms work differently. Time works differently in each realm. I think that's easy to explain. Or just that water that he walked through. No, I think the time works differently is the best fit. Yeah, I think so. Oh, man. Anyway, you guys, thank you for hanging out. This was just a quick stream. I just wanted to get a couple of endings. We've been streaming for about an hour now. Shao says, Mortal, the Legends films have a better depiction of me. Okay. All right. I mean, he's only really in one of the Legend films, right? Unless he's in the Johnny Cage one too. But yeah, you have you just love Battle for the Realms, huh? Just because Shao Kahn beats people up. The reason why, like, that is my least favorite film, just because. So, Mortal Kombat, right, has always been based off of like 80s martial arts movies. You know, Liu Kang is basically Bruce Lee, and Johnny Cage is essentially the main character from Bloodsport. And, you know, Raiden is like based off of Lightning and Thunder from Big Trouble in Little China. And like it's always been based off of these like kung fu movies and American martial arts movies, right? And a lot of the fighting and stuff like that really depict that, ripping out someone's heart and, you know, that kind of stuff. It's like very corny kung fu movie kind of fighting. That's how Mortal Kombat was. That's what it was based off of, and that's what it's always kind of been like in the games and in the movies. Here comes Battle of the Realms, and now the fighting is like Dragon Ball Z. They're flying in the air. They're like doing 100 flips. It's such a departure from what the brand of this franchise is that it just rubs me the wrong way. So not that Shao Kahn was super cool, because I think he was cool in Battle of the Realms, but I don't like that movie just because of how the fighting is depicted. Support says maybe Order Realm takes place in years ahead of all the other realms. Shujinko grew old in prison. What do you mean by that? When he reaches Edenia and meets Kitana and Sindel, it happens before Deadly Alliance from their perspective. Does it? Yeah, that's a lot of weird. It's a lot of weird stuff. Does it happen before Deadly Alliance for their perspective? I mean, that's because when he got to Edenia, isn't that when he got the last Kamidogu? Was the Edenian one? So that wouldn't make sense that it's before. It happened before Deadly Alliance from their perspective. That can't be the case. unless they just messed up. Which might be the case. Maybe they just maybe they messed up, but yeah, that timeline wise that wouldn't make sense, because I'm fairly certain the Kamidogu from Edenia was the last one that he got to complete it. Anyway, you guys, with that being said, support says the Edenian plot, Shao Kahn is at war with Sindel, but in Deadly Alliance, he is apparently dead. Well, it could be right before Deadly Alliance that he's at war with Edenia, and then while that war is going on, that's when the Deadly Alliance visit him and then kill his clone. That could be a thing. But yeah, Deception Conquest mode, you know, for all the love that game gets, there's a lot of holes in it. There's a lot of holes. Personally, I don't like the one being. And really, that game is just... I think people really loved the Conquest from Deception just because you get to see a lot of characters from the Mortal Kombat mythos, and you get to talk to them, and you kind of get in some cases you get a different side of those characters. And also you kind of get to see how the games took place outside of just the tournament. So I think for those reasons, people really love the Deception Conquest mode. But gameplay wise, the Deception Conquest mode kind of sucks. It's a lot of open space. It's literally just you walking around collecting coins. Like, you can't really use the coins outside of the crypt. You can't buy stuff. You can't like get stronger, or you're literally just walking around. Support says maybe time travel was originally going to be involved in MK Deception's story. I think that's just cope for them messing up. They Vogel just probably messed up his messed up the events and whatnot. Which, you know, I mean, he did make the one being, and I think that was a mess up too. So the best thing that came out of Deception was Onaga. But other than that, I mean, and Shujinko. I love Shujinko, don't get me wrong. But some of the story beats, yeah, weird. Very weird. All right, you guys, listen, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Thank you for hanging out. Seems rushed. I don't know if rushed. I mean, it definitely needed more time to cook. Don't get me wrong. Deception absolutely needed more time in that story to cook and just get some details right. But and it would be nice if there was things to do within Deception, like in the Conquest mode. Like if there was maybe a mini game or two. If there was like something like the challenge tower, where it's like a really hard like boss or something that you could fight in there that really stress you to get good at the game, or, you know, just something else other than just walking around and collecting chests at certain points. So, but c'est la vie. I mean, for a fighting game, the fact that we got Conquest in a fighting game is fantastic. So I'm never going to complain about Deception's Conquest mode. But yeah, it definitely needed a couple more things. So, like, if it was released today, people would pan that mode. People would say it's absolute garbage. But back in the day, man, it was dope. It was dope. All right, you guys, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. The only challenge I failed in Deception was the Shang Tsung challenge in Netherrealm. Oh, really? I think, if I remember correctly, I think I did that. All right, support. Well, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for everyone who clicked on the video. I appreciate you guys more than you know. As always, time is our most valuable asset. So thank you for spending some of your time with me here tonight. I hope you use the rest of your time to do something productive, to do something inspiring, to do something fun, and maybe even get a little bit of rest. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Peace. Oh, and also, don't get beat up out there.